this and pull your hair like that. So I just watch, hand wait for you to salute, chew, did pimp. Not many women can refuse, did pimp. And I'm a nice guy, but don't get it confused, did pimp.
Again, good afternoon, my friends. Now we move on agenda item 21st about World Archery events. First, Olympic Games reports from our Secretary General. Floor is yours, Tom.
Thank you, Mr. President. I will very briefly give you some updates on Olympic Games in general, and then afterwards we will probably start with Tokyo, because we haven't found yet the representative of the Rio Olympic Games. I hope this is not a bad sign. But we will see how this goes. In worst case, we postpone that item till tomorrow. So we will have first a quick introduction. I think we have already said many things about London. After the London Olympic Games, we had two questionnaires we had to fill in for the IOC. The first one was on the actual Olympic Games as such. That questionnaire has then been combined with all other 25 Olympic international federations, and that has been then sent to the IOC, and there was around 100 recommendations that have been taken to the debrief of the London Games in Rio. And now Rio will work on those together with the IOC, ASOIF and us to make sure these things are implemented in Rio. We also have been informed 2 weeks ago on the principles of the qualifications for the Rio Games. Those principles are very similar to the ones of the London Games, so we will very likely end up with a very similar system as for the London Games. There might be some small changes in terms of the numbers for continental quotas. We will evaluate with the IOC how it works, but you can count on a system based on a majority of places at the World Championships in Copenhagen, 5 continental qualifiers, 1 final qualifier, and invitation places. So that system will be discussed with the IOC. We will, at the executive board in Bangkok in November, give the opinion of World Archery that will then be sent to the IOC, and the IOC executive board will decide end of this year, beginning next year, on the qualification systems. But like I said, since there is no mixed team, don't expect any major changes to the system as such. Good, then we go to the presentation of Tokyo, because we still haven't seen our friend from Brazil. And we ask Seki-san to come to the podium to give the presentation of Tokyo.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now I would like to show you the information of the 2020 Olympic in Tokyo, including Paralympics. This is the same video that was used in Buenos Aires few weeks ago. This is not the total detail of the archery itself. Total guideline of the every event in Tokyo Bay Area. So please watch very carefully, because archery scene is very short. Please watch carefully. And please refer this paper in front of you. Okay, please enjoy the about 4 minutes information about Tokyo Olympic Games, please.
Hello, and welcome to Tokyo. This is Harajuku, the capital of Tokyo's world-famous youth culture, and just one of the city center districts that will host Tokyo's downtown games. Right behind me here is the Yoyogi National Stadium, where handball will be staged in 2020. And every single venue in our 2 core zones is also located among similar famous and inspiring areas of the city center. Tokyo 2020 will harness the dynamism of this great city by staging the games right in the heart of it and integrating them in the life of everyone who lives here or visits. Our games plan is based on 2 zones. The Heritage Zone, which celebrates the 1964 games and re-cements their legacy. And the Tokyo Bay Zone, located in the fast developing waterfront area. The Olympic Village is between the 2, right at the heart of the plan, so that every athlete will be able to access competition venues and practice facilities easily and quickly. The Heritage Zone will see several venues renovated, ready to deliver long-term legacy. As well as the construction of the new landmark National Stadium. The Tokyo Bay Zone includes a remarkable 21 venues in downtown waterfront Tokyo, along with live sites, creating a unique games experience with the atmosphere and benefits of an Olympic park, without the need for an Olympic park. Tokyo will host a city center game celebration unlike anything before. The new facilities will also create a post-games legacy of a city centered on sport. Outside the 2 core zones, there are just 5 additional venues. And this is where the city center and sport will meet. Today, with great entertainment and shopping, as well as superb views, it's a hotspot for leisure and relaxation. In 2020, it will feature competition venues. In fact, 9 venues in the IBC and PC are within a 20-minute walking distance from here, as well as live sites and streets packed full with an incredible atmosphere, stretching along the waterfront. Athletes, members of the Olympic family, spectators, and enthusiastic local people will come together right here for a unique celebration. I hope you will be here too.
Did you enjoy it and make an imagination about Tokyo? And the Paralympic Games will be held in the same venue of the archery events. Here we promise we will welcome all archers around the world with a warm mind of hospitality. We call it omotenashi. It means a warm hospitality. Thank you. and we promise give you the best competition ever. Thank you. Thank you all members of Executive Board. See you Tokyo in 2020.
Thank you, Seki-san. It's too early to ask questions on Tokyo, but I'm sure that our Japanese friends will deliver as they did for the Tokyo World Cup final last year. I just hope the weather will be better. Okay, it seems we still have an issue finding our friend from Rio. So our plan is that we will start with the Para-Archery Championships first, and then we will see if we can trace him in Antalya, and if not, Juan Carlos has volunteered to give the presentation on behalf of Rio. So we will now go to the Para-Archery Championship. The first one is the one in a few weeks from now, which is in Bangkok. Can I ask the representative of the Thai Organizing Committee to come to the podium and to give the presentation on behalf of the Bangkok Organizing Committee?
Mr. President, Mr. General Secretary, delegates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure for me to participate in this meeting today. On behalf of the chairman of the Organizing Committee for the Para-Archery World Championship 2013 in Bangkok, Thailand, I'm pleased to welcome you all to the championship. I would like to inform you that Thailand is ready to be host for the game, and 31 countries have chosen to participate in this event. The organizing committee has prepared the accommodation, food, transportation, reception, training fields, and all facilities for the athletes, officials, and delegates. As the World Archery Congress has given me 10 minutes of the preparation PowerPoint presentation, so I would like to take this opportunity to show and to thank World Archery Committee for giving us an honor to host the Para-Archery World Championships. I do hope that you will have a most enjoyable and memorable stay in Bangkok, and your athletes achieve their objectives. Welcome to Thailand. Thank you. สวัสดีครับ
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They're like much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Ooh, yeah.
Each day I live, I want to be a day to give the best of me. I'm only one, but not alone. My finest day is yet unknown. I broke my heart for every gain, to taste the sweet. I face the pain. I rise and fall, yet through it all, this much remains. I want one moment in time when
Thank you for the presentation. So we see how wonderful Bangkok is, and we look forward for our para athletes to go to Bangkok. However, there might be questions from some of you for the organizing committee. We also have the technical delegate, Carol Hicks, in the back. Should there be any other questions? So anyone has any questions for our friends from Thailand? That doesn't seem to be the case, so thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
And good luck with the event. We will see you there soon. We will also have our executive board meeting during the championships, so it will be a good occasion for us to see para archery on site. We then go to the para archery championships in 2015 in Germany. I don't know if the representative is here. Yes? Okay. So please come to the stage for the presentation. Just a small update, our friends from Rio haven't arrived in Antalya yet, so we will have a shorter, yes please, come to the stage. We'll have a shorter day today than anticipated, but I'm sure everyone will like that as well. And we will then catch up time tomorrow for the Rio presentation. So, the World Para Archery Championships in Donaueschingen in 2015, you have the floor.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jürgen Löchelt, and I want to invite you to a journey to Germany to the future Para Championships in 2015, which will take place in August 2015 at Donaueschingen. When I was asked to prepare the German bid, the main question was not how to do it, but to find a location which is unique, a location which will offer something different and something new. And I found a location not far away from my hometown, only 15 minutes by car. It was an evening in a pub with my friends, and we were talking about my job to prepare the bid, and one guy said to me, "What do you think about the Royal Horse Show ground at Donaueschingen?" I looked at him, and suddenly I was electrified. And the next day, I went to Donaueschingen, and from the first moment on, I knew, that's it. Here we'll do it. But ladies and gentlemen, does anybody know where Donaueschingen is located? Is it a big city? So let's have a look at the map of Europe. On the left side, you see Central Europe, and where the point with the A is, there is Donaueschingen, close to the Swiss border, only 30 kilometers away. On the right picture, you see the Lake of Constance, and where the A is, you see how close it is to Zurich. So, Donaueschingen is located in the very south of Germany. It's not a mega city, it's a small town with 40,000 inhabitants. But Donaueschingen has a big background which makes life funny and great. But I can you give a much more better idea where Donaueschingen is located. 10 kilometers away, there is a small town all of you will know, and probably a lot of archers have been there. It's the city of Dauchingen, the headquarters of the Biter company. But let's see some impressions from Donaueschingen. Okay, just the time. The film does not start.
The town of Donaueschingen lies at the source of the Danube, in the southern Black Forest Nature Park, between Lake Constance and the upper Black Forest. At the heart of the town's castle park, the two source tributaries of the Danube, the Brigach and Breg rivers meet and merge. Picturesque corners and striking views. Discover the rich diversity of the landscape on winding paths and walking trails. Each year, thousands of visitors gather from all over the world for the International Prince Joachim of Fürstenberg Memorial Tournament. Here, against the dream of a backdrop, the elite of riding athletes go through their paces in horse jumping, dressage, and team driving. A sense of well-being at the source of the Danube. Comfortable, top-quality hotels, cozy guest houses, and homely holiday cottages offer the very best accommodation in all price categories. Here you can really enjoy Baden hospitality.
Thank you, but the presentation will go on. Okay, here we are. We can offer something different, but what is it? We are in the middle of the Black Forest Nature Park. You can experience nature immediately, 10 minutes to go, and you can feel the roots. Typical hotels in the nature park offer various programs to spend the holidays and offer individual programs, especially for the guests of the Para Championships. The nature park, small villages, hills and lakes with deep blue water. The temperatures in August are not so hot as here. The temperatures are between 20 to 30 centigrade, and we hope to have a week with a lot of sunshine. But the archers will come to compete. They want to win the slots for Rio, and so let's have a look at the competition area. On the left picture, you see the first 300 meters of the Danube. On the other two pictures, you see the back of the main stand, and on the right picture, the competition field. The yearly horse show with more than 40,000 spectators is one of the biggest events in the region. The main stand includes all rooms we need for administration, medical service, classification, meeting rooms, television and broadcasting connections to all TV stations, room for the president's office and all storage needs. Let's take a look on the competition field. When you decide to land in Zurich, and you are not allowed to land immediately due to much traffic, your plane will be directed on a waiting circle, and you will probably cross the competition field above ground in 6,000 to 10,000 feet. And if you have luck, you will see the picture like this one. The main stand, containing 2,800 seats, the secondary stand. Here you see the main field. Every field has a size for 35 to 40 targets. The secondary field, practice field, the bow storage, a service ground, parking. Number 9 is the main entrance, and 10 and 11 is the parking for the visitors. The facilities. Meals are provided in the catering area. Restrooms and habitat for the archers are behind the shooting line. And the exhibitors village with individual tents will be offered for each exhibitor and vendor. So the question was how to get there. Yes, I know, as you see here, Zurich is in Switzerland, but all archers landing in Zurich can directly be transported to Germany and pass the border without any difficulties. The second main hub is Stuttgart. Both airports can be reached by 45 minutes to 60 minutes, so they are very close to the competition field. The buses will carry all guests for the World Championships, and transportation from the field to the hotel will be done for every nation. The competition field has a direct access to the highway, so you don't sit in traffic, no waiting time. The time to drive can exactly be calculated because you are not in a big city, but in the southern Black Forest Nature Park. Accommodation, here you see below the listed possible headquarter hotels. These hotels are a bit bigger than the other hotels, but as you know, the main concept is to use the typical small hotels in the nature park around the hosting city. For us, 45 minutes is a long time, but be sure it will take less time, and we will do our very best to provide every nation with rooms they need to have. The advantages for the World Championships in this region: we will encourage social inclusion. In Germany, social inclusion is a very big word, and archery is one of the best sports abled and disabled people can do together. So we will promote this. We will promote especially this sports in the area and increase the publicity of our region in the whole world. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. I hope we'll see you 2015 in Donaueschingen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any particular questions from the floor for the presenters? That doesn't seem to be the case. Thank you very much and good luck, and I hope you will also be joining us in Bangkok to observe, and that we can see a nice handover ceremony from our Thai friends to the German friends in archery in Bangkok at the end of the championships there. We have to readapt a little bit our schedule, so I will give you some updates on some other World Championships. That will be very short, and then we very much appreciate that our friend from Denmark has agreed to talk about how to qualify for the Rio Games. So we'll have a little bit of Rio today in the end. In terms of the World Championships, a very brief update. We will have the World Archery 3D Championships in 2013 in 2 weeks from now in Sassari. Preparations are going well. We will have a good participation and people will enjoy the wonderful nature of Sassari. I'm not sure if Mario, you want to add something? Is everything okay? Good. So we have a very busy calendar, as you know, and so as soon as we finish here in Antalya, we will have the World Archery 3D Championships in Sassari. The week afterwards, we will go to China for the World Archery Youth Championships. We have our Chinese friends preparing well the World Archery Youth Championships, and which you know is going to be the main qualifier for the Nanjing Olympic Youth Games, which happen 1 hour driving from Wuxi. So there might be an occasion for some of the young athletes qualified for Nanjing to go and do a quick visit to Nanjing as part of the championships. Now, as we have done in the past to make sure that there is no misunderstanding possible afterwards, we will do a small session during next week here in Antalya to explain to all of you the qualification system, which is similar to the one of the Olympic Games, but a little bit different at the same time. Of course, the main difference is that it can be maximum 1 boy and 1 girl from the same country, but we want to make use of the opportunity of having all of you here in Antalya to explain to the ones that wish how the system will work, so there can be no misunderstanding afterwards. In terms of the Youth Olympic Games in Nanjing, also very quickly, the preparations are going well. We are using the regular shooting and archery facility of Nanjing. We would have preferred to have more urban setting, but unfortunately our Chinese friends were unable to do so. We will await with a lot of interest candidatures for the World Archery Field Championships in 2014. I had a discussion with our president from Croatia, and Croatia is looking into if we can organize the World Field Championships in Croatia. However, if there are other countries that are interested in 14 or 16, please inform us on your intention and then we'll work together with you to have a good event in 14 or 16. Having said that, I hope I've given enough time to Rolf to get mentally ready for the championship, which has as motto, a championship like never before. So, Rolf, give us a presentation like never before. Not putting you under pressure, you know.
Mr. President, dear delegates, first of all, I want to thank you for giving us the World Championship. And of course, I must start with The Little Mermaid from Copenhagen, a fairy tale from H.C. Andersen. I hope our championships will be a fairy tale too. Do I have something to click on that one? Point, but can it make a point with it? A laser pointer?
Yeah, okay. Is it enough?
Okay, yeah, fine.
If you want, I can,
No, that's okay. Now I've been instructed. I've got the tools, so yeah, like Tom said, when we made the bid, we make the motto like never before. We hope we can live up to that. I'm quite sure that it will be difficult after Turkey, but we'll do our very best. When it's possible for a country like Denmark to make such a rather big event, It's because something we call the event triangle. You see it here, and in the event triangle we have 3 parties. And the top, Sport Event Denmark, which is a governmental institution whose purpose is to get big sports events to Denmark. They mainly come with money. Then we have a city. In this case, it will be Copenhagen, and their organization is called Wonderful Copenhagen. And in the last corner is the sports organization. Here is World Archery Denmark. From this 3 organization will also be the steering committee. And from Sport Event Denmark, it's Frederik Munk, who will be here later this week. So if you have any questions, he will be available from Thursday, I think. Then we have Lars Valentin from Wonderful Copenhagen, who also will arrive later this week, and at least myself. From the 1st of November, we will have an event director on full time called Mads Bang-Åen. His last name could be a little difficult to pronounce, but you can call him Mads. And he will start 1st of November and be on full time until the World Championship is well done. Mads has quite a lot of experience. He was press manager for the World Wrestling in 2009. He has been a board member and a chairman of Copenhagen Sports Federation. He is associate professor in sports management. And right now, and the reason that he first arrived later this week, is that he is in charge of the European Championship in volleyball, where they are playing the final tomorrow. And then, as from November, event director of World Archery Championships 2015. One of our goals is to make an event where everything is near each other. So this you see here is a map of Copenhagen, and you have the airport here, and you have the center up here. Then the venue you will have here. It takes about 5 minutes from the airport to go there. We have the hotel, the main hotel, that will be Hotel Belek. We have the Scandic Hotel, which is the hotel farthest away. We have a cheap hotel called Cabin, and we have the Crown Plaza Hotel. As you see, all just around the venue. The final venue, of course, will move into the center of Copenhagen. The first hotel is, and the main hotel is Belek, quite new hotel, where we're also going to have the Congress. Belek is only about 1 year old. We learned something about branding here, talked about branding. They made the branding, they make a whole floor just for women, men forbidden. And that gave a lot of branding, a lot of discussion. It was discriminating to men, but they were allowed to keep it. There was someone that wanted to forbid it, but they still have it. Then we have the Crown Plaza, just on the other side of the road, also a 5-star hotel. We have the Scandic Hotel, which is a middle-class hotel. It's quite a lot of Scandic hotels in Denmark. And then we have the, cheapest hotel, but as you see, quite modern, quite new, which is the Cabin Hotel. The venue, the transportation, I have to talk a little about that. From the airport to any of the hotels nearly, is there 5 to 10 minutes. You will be picked up in buses or taxis, depending on how many arriving. We have the hotel, venue, to the metro station, back to the hotel. There will be a shuttle bus all the day, every 30 minutes. And of course, big buses in start and midday. And if you want to go to the center of the city, the metro, it takes 10 minutes, then you are just in the middle of Copenhagen. The venue for the qualification round is situated, as I told you, just beside all these hotels. I had to show you a drawing, a picture and a drawing, because if I took a picture today, it wouldn't look very nice. But this is what we think it will be like, and we will build a little village up to the venue to have all the facilities. The building right beside the venue is a youth hostels, which mainly will be used for our volunteers. The final venue is in the middle of Copenhagen. It's here, and the World Cup, just to place it, was here, the World Cup in Denmark. So it will be just around the corner from that. It's a place called Kvæsthusbroen, and in old days it was the first bridge the ships reached in Copenhagen, and all the sailors that was sick was loaded off here and went to hospitals that was in this area. As with the qualification venue, I can't take pictures of this because right now they are rebuilding all the area. It will be called Ophelia Beach because it's just behind the Playhouse of Copenhagen. But this is a picture of how the architects think it will be, because all the buildings there will be a parking place under the water, steel building, and you can come up and down to the parking place by these towers here. And the rest of the place is reserved for sports events and other public events. This is how we see it. It could be, but I can't show you the right pictures before 2014 when it will be finished. When you are at this final venue, if you look to the right, you will look at the Opera House in Copenhagen. If you look back, you will look at the Playhouse, the Royal Playhouse of Copenhagen. And if you look left, you will see the Royal Palace where the Queen and the Crown Prince are living. And from the top, you will see this overview where we have the venue down here. Here we have a boat. It won't be at that day. I'll show you a little film if I can get some sound on it. Our website for this event will be up and running. Could you please? Thank you. Would be up and running within, it is running now, but there will be more news when our event director is starting the 1st of November, and we will be using it very active. This concludes my presentation, but before I leave, I want to give all the best to the organizing committee of this championship, the best of luck. I'm sure it will be a really, really nice championship, and I'm sure that you will be very difficult to succeed it. Thank you.
Thank you, Rolf. And thank you for coming quickly and replacing our friends from Rio. You will lead to Rio, so it's a little bit logical. So are there any questions for Rolf? Like he said, he will be here the whole week. He will be bringing part of his team here to observe and to learn from our Turkish friends. And so next time we look forward to going to the hotel. And actually we can also get in, as far as I understand. That was made especially for women. And we'll look forward to seeing and discovering this nice hotel. Any questions for Rolf? Doesn't seem to be the case. Thank you, Rolf, and good luck with the preparation for the World Archery Championships 2015. To conclude, we have some reports on cooperation that I will give now. It's mainly to give time for our friends from Brazil tomorrow. The first one I want to report on is the cooperation with the Commonwealth Games Federation. I've had several contacts with Mike Hooper, which we actually had invited also to come here for the Congress. Fortunately, Mike Hooper was not available. We also had contacts with the president of the Commonwealth Games Federation, Prince Imran, which had a short conversation in Buenos Aires during the IOC session. As you know, we are not on the program of Glasgow next year. However, we are on the program of the Youth Commonwealth Games, which will be held in Samoa also very shortly from now. I don't know if Susan wants to add something to the status. Susan, as you know, is responsible for our HATO committee. We had a very good European Commonwealth Games tournament recently, where we had some awards being presented also in cooperation with the Commonwealth Games Federation, and we hope that we can activate even more our participation in Commonwealth Games in the future. Commonwealth Games Federation has conducted a study and has looked at the way they select sports for the future, and that study is still taking place. It's not finalized yet, but we will see how we can make sure archery is on the program of the Commonwealth Games in the future. Don't know if there's any questions of any of the countries concerned or any of the countries that are not in the Commonwealth Games. They can also ask questions. No, doesn't be the case. So we move then on the cooperation with the International Field Archery Association. Had a contact with their Secretary General and their President. Unfortunately, their President could not come because he has some health issues currently, but he sends his best regards. As you know, we had a presentation from him in Torino. Some of the ideas are advancing, some others are being put on hold, but we would like to organize together with the IFAA in next year an archery day worldwide. Now the plans of that will have to be worked out, but we will use especially social media to activate, and that we have a combined World Archery Day with IFAA. Then in terms of the cooperation with the International University Sports Federation, FISU, We are in the process of finalizing a new agreement with them. We already had an agreement in place with them. We were the first IF to have a cooperative agreement with FISU, but they now want to make it a little bit more detailed, and we will sign very soon that new agreement with FISU. Unfortunately, we have been informed that the World University Championships that were scheduled to be held in Belgium have been cancelled. The Belgium University Sports Federation is unable to hold the event in Louvain-la-Neuve, and we are looking to replace that venue to another country. We have had discussions with the Polish University Sports Federation, and there might be a possibility that it will be held just before or just after the Wrocław World Cup stage next year. So we are trying with FISU to make sure that there will be a World University Championships next year, but at this stage it is clear that it will not be in Belgium. Then we will have in 2016 the last World University Championships. Why the last? Because we are now a permanent sport of the Universiades. The next edition will be in Korea. After that we will go to Taipei, and I'm not sure where the ones after that are, but we will be now permanently on the program of the Universiades, which automatically means we will no longer have World University Championships, because World University Championships are only for non-permanent sports on the Universiades. Any questions on the cooperation with FISU? Doesn't seem to be the case. Cooperation with IPC, International Paralympic Committee. We have our Para-Archery Committee working well with IPC. Our Head of Classification, Mr. Pang, attended the Head of Classification's meeting. We have Carol Hicks, our representative on the Sports Council, will go very soon after this to Lisbon to meet with the other federations and on the Sports Council. There will be changes to the structure of IPC that will have an impact on that Sports Council. The Sports Council will be basically removed, and there will be discussion on how the new structure will be. And I'm sure that Carol will inform us on this matter as soon as she's back from Lisbon. The cooperation with global sport development is going well. We have had an increase of the amount global sports development is helping us, and this money at the moment is mainly spent on our World Youth Program in the Americas, where we had Richard Priestman and more recently Filippo Clini conducting youth development programs in the Americas, and we hope to see the result of those programs in Wuxi in 3 weeks from now, where we hope that many of the kids that were trained by Richard and Filippo will participate and hopefully qualify for the Nanjing Olympic Games. We also started a cooperation with Olymp Africa. Olymp Africa is an organization that helps to promote sport in cooperation with the IOC in Africa. We are basically establishing an Olymp Africa center in Niger with them, and this will be to train young people with instructors in Niger, and then we will see how we can expand that program in other countries in Africa. We also have a new cooperation with Sport and Peace. Sport and Peace is a entity based in Monaco, and we have started cooperating with them on a program in the Democratic Republic of Congo, on a social development program there, and basically they will make bamboo bows on site, which then will be used for development of our sport in that country. As you know, many of those countries have suffered many conflicts, and the education of archery will be used as part of that program to develop our sport and help to develop a better cohesion in that country. We also had a project with the United Nations recently in Korea, where there was a United Nations youth camp, and we had the pleasure of that camp being organized by Sally Park, and Kibo Bay, the Olympic champion from London, assisted and gave a demonstration in that United Nations youth camp. So it was a very good cooperation with the United Nations sports development entity, and we hope we will be able to do more with the United Nations in the future. So that concludes my report on cooperation with other organizations. I don't know if there is any particular questions on that subject. That doesn't seem to be the case, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Tom. My friends, we at this moment we reach to the end of today's agenda. Before closing today's session, I give the floor again to the Secretary General about some information for tonight. I know he talked a lot today, but it will be last sentence from him.
I'm sure you're all bored to listen to me, but I have good news. There is a dinner tonight. So at 7:30 there will be a buffet dinner. It is basically in the restaurant, outdoor, upstairs. So when you go in the restaurant, you go outside, you go up the stairs, and there is an area reserved for all of you. It's a buffet dinner, and it is totally casual. So that's even better than smart casual or whatever. But since it's outdoors, maybe a small jacket might be useful. But casual, that was the clear message from the President. We also have put outdoor of this hall, not outdoor of the building, the latest and final list of the candidatures. That doesn't include any perhaps withdrawals tomorrow, but this is the final list of the candidatures of the elections tomorrow morning that take place at the start of the meeting tomorrow. Do we have news on those 3 tablets? Have these been found? Okay, we will keep on looking because the delegations from Great Britain, Georgia and Kazakhstan have left them on the table. So we will see where they are, and we'll make sure that we have tablets working. In each case, they are passport protected, so there is no risk of any problem with the elections as such. Having said all of this, I wish you bon appétit, enjoy the evening, and see you tomorrow morning.
Good evening. We will start at 9 again tomorrow morning. Have a good evening. Thank you.
fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dare to, oh why can't I? Oh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. The dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't I?
You're gonna solo in the middle. You're gonna solo. We're coming on C. No, we're coming on C.